Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Edwards with cookingwithkimberly.com. It is spring here in Canada, and we're starting to look for some easy recipes that are cold, that are easy to assemble, that are healthy for you, that aren't really heavy. I've had some requests from my friends in California. Shout out to you guys. They've already been having lots of warm weather, so they're right in the thick of looking for cooling things and healthy recipes. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to film the video today for a recipe that's one of the most famous on my site, I guess. It's the hummus from heaven recipe. This recipe is very good. I have been told it's hummus from heaven. So I guess just follow me along with this tutorial and we'll figure things out. So hummus, basically, hummus is made with chickpeas. Chickpeas are also called garbanzo beans. This is what they look like. I will show you up close what they look like. Here you go. Now you find them on salad bars and all kinds of stuff, but they're very traditional for Middle Eastern cuisine, Mediterranean cuisine, Indian cuisine. So that's what we're going to use today. These are cooked. They are drained. Now you can either use canned or you can use the dried, but make sure you soak them and then you cook them overnight. Drain them, okay? So that's what I have in here. I have about 1 can is what I'm using today. I didn't have any dried, so we're going fast today. You can do it too. So I'm going to use a food processor. Now, that's the easiest way to do it. I don't suggest trying to use the masher, one of these bad boys. Where are you at? You know, like a potato masher. It's very difficult to do. Doesn't work very well. You want to have a nice, smooth, creamy consistency, okay? Now hummus is high protein. This is actually a vegetarian snack hors d'oeuvre. You can use it as an appetizer. You can use it as a dipping sauce with your dinners. Now the only reason it's vegetarian is because it has yogurt in it, and that's an animal product. It's dairy. If it didn't have yogurt in it, then it would be a vegan recipe. So just FYI to all you people out there. Garbanzo beans are high in protein, as are all beans. Okay. So what I'm going to do first, I am going to squeeze the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. Okay. Get your workout on. It's really simple. Now you might see that these lemons don't have this skin on because I've used the zest for all kinds of other recipes. Now reserve those lemons. Don't throw them out. Store them in the refrigerator so they don't dry out. Now there's that juice of the lemon. I have 1 whole garlic clove that I'm going to finely mince. Now you can add as much garlic as you like. It's very good with garlic. I have to say I love the garlic in it. However, who wants to have really garlicky breath all day? So today I'm using a smaller clove of garlic. You can eliminate the garlic entirely. You can use garlic powder if you want to, but this is the authentic way to do it. It obviously tastes better with the real fresh garlic. You're just gonna mince it up, tiny, tiny, tiny. Now I've sharpened this knife, as I always tell you guys to do. Sharpen it up so you don't hurt yourself, and it makes things so much easier and faster in the kitchen and so much more enjoyable when you're preparing, and it's easy. Things go by the right way. So you're just rocking that knife back and forth, reorganizing them all together, the little pieces, and you're chopping through again. You're gonna have to take it off your knife probably a little bit and do it all over again. Now I don't want big chunks. Even though we're using a food processor, I still like to mince up my garlic because I just never know for sure if it's gonna all the way get pulverized, right? I'm gonna add this directly to my little container for my food processor. I'm gonna bring it out for you in just a second here. And we're gonna start assembling. That's what's going down. So I've pretty much done everything prep work-wise that needs to be done. So now I'm just throwing this on here, and we're just going to be throwing in ingredients. So I'm going to throw in all of these, the chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Okay, that's in. I'm going to add the juice of this lemon, 1/2 of the lemon. Now you may use more if you like it. I like to use the pulp. of my lemons as well. Not only does it give some more flavor, it gives a little bit of texture. You're going to zip this all up anyway. Make sure you pick out the seeds. You sure don't want that in there. Yeah. Okay. Now, even if you don't like pulp in your drinks, this isn't the same thing. You can still use the pulp here. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water. That's usually how much I need to use. It's going to lighten it up a bit. Sometimes it can get too thick. Now, bear in mind, you might have to reassess the situation after you zip everything up because your ingredients every day are different, right? Okay. So, I'm going to also add 1 heaping tablespoon of yogurt. Now, I'm using the Balkan style yogurt that I like. It's just plain Jane, but it's nice and thick and creamy, and that's why I use that kind. Okay. Now, olive oil. I'm adding about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So, about a 4 count is 1 tablespoon. So, about a 6 count is 1.5 tablespoons. I'm going to eyeball it. You can always use your measuring spoon if it makes you feel much more comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's about enough. You are going to add cumin. Cumin is a very Middle Eastern ingredient. It's ground up in this case. You can grind it yourself in a spice grinder, coffee grinder if you really want to, if you want that really authentic. But if you're in a rush, this can work just as good. I'm putting maybe 3 dashes in. I'm going to season with pepper and salt. Now, you're going to readjust this seasoning after because how do you know whether it's going to be good or not, right? And if you have enough pepper that day, everyone has different moods every day too. You might want it a little more spicy. Okay. And I'm going to add some sea salt. I'm just grinding up sea salt. This is just sea salt, guys. Same thing as what you guys have. I just like to grind mine up. Okay. I like my stuff spicy. So what I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to add a dash of cayenne. Now, you don't have to. You can do it however you like to. Don't feel like you have to because I'm doing it. I like spicy stuff. Now, another good, cool idea would be to add some of this bad stuff. Awesome stuff. Sriracha. I use it for everything. Hot pepper. I'm going to add just a little bit of that. Okay, now my last ingredient that I'm going to add is sesame oil. Now, I've talked to you about sesame oil before. Sesame oil is something that you don't actually cook with. You don't want to heat it up. It changes the whole flavor texture and the way that it works when you heat it up. Now, this is just, it's a finishing oil, basically. You drizzle it on after, on top of foods or at the very end and stir it in. And it has tons of taste. Now, you don't want a lot of this. You don't need a lot of this. I'm going to use about half a teaspoon. In fact, I'm actually going to use a teaspoon today to measure it. Just because I don't want to add way too much. It's about enough. It's very smoky. It has a very nice smell and flavor. Okay. Now, other ideas you could do. You could add to this. You could add paprika to this. You could add roasted peppers to this. You could add more of any of those spices, cumin or the hot peppers or anything like that. You can also add sesame seeds, black or the white ones, which I might do. Hold that thought. All right. I happen to have some black sesame seeds in bulk in my freezer. I store my seeds in the freezer. And I don't want to use this spoon. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this. Now, I wasn't going to do this earlier, but that's just the way things go in your kitchen. You just decide as you go. That's what makes cooking fun, is that you get to experiment, you get to try new things, and you get to adjust things to how you're feeling that day. Who knows? I might have felt some other way tomorrow. Okay, now what I also might do is add the whole lemon juice. That's one other thing. So let's just, what you're doing is you're just putting this lid on, whatever food processor you have. There you go. And I'm just going to zip it up. Zip. Till it's nice and smooth. Now Hummus is typically enjoyed with fried naan or fried pitas, grilled even, or beautiful crackers, big cool crackers. Okay, this looks a little too thick for me today, so I'm going to add, just for me, I'm going to add a little bit more yogurt. I'm also going to use the rest of that lemon. Okay. Sometimes you can just tell what's going on by looking. Simple stuff, guys. Okay. I want it to be real smooth, like a nice dip that you can just dip into, right? You don't want big, huge chunks of anything in here. I want it really nice and smooth. So I'm going to add the juice again. Add the pulp again. I'm going to zip this up one more time. Now, if it still looks thick to me, I'll just add some more water. That's better. Easy peasy, that's done. Now let's taste it. You always have to taste because you never know what's going down in there. Okay. That's nice and tangy from the lemon juice. That's beautiful. But I do want to re-season. Okay? I'm going to add some more pepper. See how easy that was? It's a nice light thing. It's healthy. It's high in protein. It's vegetarian. It's cold, so in the summer it's beautiful. It has tons of flavor. It's good for people on diets because it bombards your taste buds with flavor and you feel like you're really eating something substantial, but it's really healthy for you. It's going to fill you up as well because it does have beans. Okay, and I'm actually going to add just a hint more sesame oil and a little bit more cumin. Again, you just never know what your ingredients are going to bring to you that day, the quality or anything like that. Here we go, a little bit more hot stuff. There we go. Zip this up one more time and that should be money. That's great stuff. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take it out of the food processor. You can serve it in little bowls, a bunch of different bowls. You can even make a couple different flavors of this. Add some sun-dried tomato or roasted red peppers to it. Make it really pretty and red. You're just going to scrape it out. You can garnish it with some toasted sesame seeds or the black sesame seeds. You can put even green onions on the top if you wanted to. And you're going to serve it with those nice crackers or naan or pitas. And it's a great appetizer. It's fast. You know what? The kids will probably like it. It's fast for after school snack. It's much healthier than most things you're going to feed to them. All right, let's try it with some of these little crackers that I have today. All right, bam. That's money. That's exactly what I wanted today. Easy peasy. That's going to be my pre-workout meal snack, and it's going to be awesome. Check this out. Now, you can also drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, just a tiny bit. Look how pretty it is with, pouring out. Jeez. Here with the pretty, the black sesame seeds. Beautiful. And that's how liquefied it is. That's about the texture you want. You want it to be able to move a little bit and not be just a big clump of stuff. All right? Make sure you check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. Go to Twitter, follow me at cookingwithkime with a capital E, and go to Facebook, the fan page. Like it, love it. Facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. I hope you guys have a great day. Eat deliciously. Have a marvelous day. Ciao.